Hey everyone, Invader One here with another video on how to defeat Platinum difficulty um, in Mass Effect 3 multiplayer. So again, this is not a speed run, or these are all intelligent tactics on how to defeat the Platinum difficulty as a team. Speed runs will come later, but this is how you want to defeat Condor as a team. So I will talk a lot about that on your team build and how you want to use the intelligent tactics on devices and the objectives. This is my setup for the pylon. I like to have more frequency, more weapon damage, and the fact that the pylon will give more grenades when I need them. I expect my demolisher to have arc grenades and no homing grenades at all, as my other demolisher does have that. I also expect my N7 demolisher training to be able to give me more grenades, because I want to make sure I have as much as possible and all health and shields on the fitness. That's the way I'm spec'd out. My other demolisher spec'd out to have almost just 1 bar of fitness, and at the same time has all the homing grenades so that he could actually go right ahead and do damage to armor. We have 2 demolishers, and we have 1 Salarian engineer who's going to pop a decoy out, and we also have 1 Geth infiltrator. So the reason we're doing it this way is because, as everybody knows, Condor has crappy ammo boxes. So what we did is we brought 2 demolishers to provide ammo, and we have our decoy set up, as you can see, and we're camping out in this area. I mean, we do move around, we do go around the map, but the thing is that for the most part, what we're doing is we're using this area as a choke point for all the enemies to come to us. You know, a lot of people would like to hang out at the top and snipe from over there, but the thing is that you are getting hit from all sides. You have a lot of boss enemies coming at you. So with this tactic, right now we have our buddy over here who has his decoy, ensuring that enemies are looking at him and just going at that decoy instead. What we also did is our team has long-range weapons and short-range weapons. Now, what I did is I brought my Valiant. My other buddies brought their sniper rifles, except for my buddy with the with the decoy. He decided to just bring an SMG. His main job was to make sure that the decoy was out there. He's using energy drain and incinerate to making sure he's doing tech bursts. My job is to make sure that I'm providing ammo for the group, and at the same time stripping shields, as you guys see me do in other videos. So I am a shield stripping I'm a shield stripping guy, and my other buddy, the other demolisher, he's making sure that he is using his homing grenades to burn down through armor, once we do the shield stripping. So my job is shield stripping. My other buddy with the demolisher, his job is also having a pylon, but at the same time his pylon is helping provide him with with the capability of using homing grenades. And our infiltrator is just making sure that, hey, he's sniping, and at the same time he is able to do the devices if we need it. Now, this is our second run, by the way. We had a first run at Condor, and it was so sweet, it was so smooth, it was so successful. The thing is that after wave 7, my buddy TMC got lagged out. The server just died up, and we were still fine. What we did is we left one enemy, we left one enemy alive, and we're just waiting for him to get back, and he just did not get back till like 15 minutes later, and we were just like so frustrated because the servers lagged him out, and we were just doing so well. It's not his fault, it's the server, but it was just so even smoother than this run, and I'm gonna be honest with you. And he was so frustrated, we were so frustrated too, and because it was just so good, and that video would have been even better than this one. Even though this one went fine, you guys are going to see some really good stuff here, and I talked through how to do the objectives. So as you know, this map is difficult. You have a lot of little areas that go in and out, and you guys know I like to talk about intelligent tactics, making sure that your team is communicating with each other, managing missiles evenly across the board. Not one person is shooting missiles, not one person is just using up their gels, and not one person is doing everything. We're all taking turns. We're working as a team. We have a strategy, we have tactics, and this is the way we defeat Platinum, guys. This is not me going Rambo, going all over the place. And yes, those videos will come. We're working on speedrun strategies on every map. Now you see something, guys. Here you see this little area that we're back here. The reason I chose this area also is not just because of the choke point, but you could also take cover. And where we're at, we have 2 levels of cover. The part where I'm at You could just cover right there. When it gets tough, the enemy starts hitting you. You see how I take cover quickly. My pylon is also giving healing my shields, and at the same time I'm with my buddies next to me, so we could all focus fire on enemies. You're stronger together, guys. This is the way I see it. This is a cooperative game. Whoever thinks that this is a solo game and we're just going gung ho, it's every man for themselves. Now you will not succeed. Your teammates would not have all the support, because if you're going on your own and not helping your teammates, it's just not going to work out. You might have a successful platinum run if everybody's really, really good. That is totally fine. You can definitely do that. But, and that is totally possible, of course. And, you're going to see videos on that too. But as you can see here, look, I'm showing you my team makeup. We're all tight. We're all together. We're focused. And we all have our jobs. We're making sure that we're all doing it. We're having a good time, by the way. As you can see, guys, TMC is a buddy that plays with me often. The rest of the team with me is totally brand new. Okay, so and that's important to me, because I want to show how, hey, I don't even know these guys, and I brought them on, and then we just started playing. So guys, check this out. We have an objective wave. We have the escort in progress. Now, what you want to do is make sure that your demolishers are spamming as many grenades as possible. Okay, and that we're covering each other. And when we get to, we have a big boss enemy in front of us, we need to use a missile. So we called it out here. He said, okay, it's my turn to use a missile. He used it. Now we got back into the circle and we went forward. Now, we do have an infiltrator. One of the strategies to do here is that we all go together and we manage our missiles appropriately. We make sure we clean any spawn points in front of us. We clean any big bosses in front of us. If there's if you get this objective on wave 6 instead of now, there's no banshees right now, but if you get it in wave 6, then or the later waves, and you do get banshees, what you want to make sure is that you do not wait to take out the Banshee until she gets like really close to the circle that you're in, this ball that we're trying to bring in, the escort. Like that, she doesn't spawn immediately. But at this moment, it's so early. What we did is we escorted, and check this out. We did not stay there. We did not commando it. We all literally just ignored every enemy. We all went back to our designated areas. We said, okay, we'll work together better as a team. We all literally ignored everyone. We came back to our spots, and together we focused fire. We just said, okay, very nice, guys. Very nice, Prime. We know that you're big and bad. We know that you could take us out. But guess what? As a team, as a unit, we can go ahead and take you out. So look at that. We totally ignored them. We said, yeah, we know you're there. We know you're bad, but we're better than you. We're going to come back here. We're going to focus as a team, and together as a unit, we can take you out, intelligently. So check this out. We're back in our spots. We're stronger. My pylon is giving me more weapon damage, so as I'm standing on it, I'm shooting, and it's just giving me a lot more weapon damage. I can snipe, I can shoot, with my Typhoon. And we're just, kicking ass, taking names. So, again, you can continue to employ this strategy throughout the game, throughout the entire match. And we do get, when it gets to the point that the Banshees start coming, and you will see that soon, what we do is, again, my job, remember, to strip shields. You want to have somebody in your team stripping shields, okay? Whether that could be arc grenades, or if you have the regular human engineer, you're going to want to use overload. If you have, my buddy here with his decoy, you're going to want to use energy drain, and make sure that you're stripping shields as much as you can. I prefer to have the demolisher or have a Quarian male, the infiltrator or the engineer doing tech bursts. And by the way, you can do a tech burst with your Quarian engineer by shooting the grenade first. You guys saw how my grenades were spec'd. The same way that I have my grenade spec'd for this demolisher is the same way you want to have it spec'd out for the Quarian male engineer, as it's the same setup to do tech bursts. Once you throw the grenade that way and you have electrical damage set up on it, you cast the grenade, and then you do incinerate immediately to the enemy that's close to death. He dies and he explodes, creates a tech burst. He pretty much becomes more like a grenade. He explodes and just does damage to everybody around him, so you could get a lot of kills with tech bursts. Okay, so if you don't use the demolisher, then what you can do is bring in your Quarian male. The only thing is that try to have at least one demolisher in this map, because this is such a bad bad map for ammo. You're gonna have a hard time just really going around looking for ammo. And this is why I use my Demolisher. You know, I don't want anybody to think, oh well, he uses Demolisher on the Hydra map. You know, how come he's using it again? Well, you know, we know the issues with Condor. Everybody knows the issues with Condor. The ammo boxes are buggy. So what I did is, you're gonna see here that we have two pylons going. It's feeding me ammo. It's feeding my buddy TMC ammo, and at the same time, my buddy on my right, who's got the Solarian Engineer casting out the decoy, he's going out to me to get ammo from my pylon, and my buddy on the left, who's using the Infiltrator, is going out to the is going out to the ammo box, you know, to get ammo from there, because it's usually that ammo box is so buggy. It takes quite a bit to refill. So we didn't want to waste time. Platinum is so fast. Everything happens so quick. We didn't want to have to go look around for ammo, because obviously I got a Typhoon. You know, my other buddy I think also has a Typhoon. I think TFC also has a Typhoon. So we have power punching weapons, and we want to make sure we have enough ammo, especially when the Banshees come in, when the Primes come in. It's just, you know, that's the way it is. So now, one other thing I will tell you about the decoy is that you definitely want to have some, at least to the third point of the leveling up evolution of that power, at least 3 points to make sure it lasts a little long. It has a little high shields. But now you will notice that the decoy just got destroyed. My buddy's job was to make sure that decoy was always out, always out, always out. And you know, I definitely recommend that, you know, you could do it without the decoy, don't get me wrong. I mean, we've done Platinum without the decoy, not an issue. I definitely recommend it for Condor. Why? Because, you know, we have one choke point. We want to make sure that we are focused, you know, targeting them, and we have the issue with the ammo boxes. So definitely bring at least one Demolisher providing ammo for the team, and you split it up. You know, one person or two people going for your pylon, and, you know, one person going out to the ammo box. You know, you definitely want to do that. So, as you know, as you're doing this, you notice we're just having a good time. You know, we're going through it. You know, we know our jobs, and we're just, you know, mowing down the enemies. And once again, I'm going to reiterate this again. Make sure that you have one mid to long range weapon. In my situation, I have a sniper rifle. I have the Valiant. You know, you could use you know, if you don't have that, you could just use, you know, the regular sniper rifles. By the way, if you notice, you see what I'm doing here, by the way, if you have the piercing mod on your sniper rifle, you can shoot through light cover. So I'm actually hitting, I don't know if you notice, I'm actually hitting the Phantom over there. You know, it doesn't look like it, and then when you look at it, all of a sudden her barriers are going down, so it's possible. That's another little trick, guys. If you don't know, if you have the piercing component to your weapon, you can actually shoot through light cover. Anyways, you know, just putting that out there. So anyways, and you want to have one mid to long range weapon, and also one power punching weapon. That is, unless you are like the Solarian Engineer, because you want to have what is called, you want to make sure that your power recharge speed is very high, because his job is to make sure that he's casting that decoy out left and right. You know, your Infiltrator, the same thing. You could bring a heavy weapon like a sniper rifle, but make sure that you are okay with that. You know, and that's the most you do. You see my buddy over there, the center. He's not going to my pylon. He's going all the way to the ammo box. That's his job. And my other buddy over here with the Solarian decoy, he's just going out to use mine. Now check this out, guys. This is something that made us a little slow. The hack is really tough on Platinum, and this is the first time that you're going to see us go down quite a bit. I mean, I just went down right now. Look at that. They overwhelmed us immediately. And, you know, I'm using my missile. We called it out, by the way. We made sure, hey, I'm number 1, I'm number 2, I'm number 3, I'm number 4. Well, you know, we all know our jobs, but again, this is, you know, intelligent team-based teamwork, you know, team tactics. This was so tough because, you know, the spawn point just happened to be right here at the hack. So you guys are gonna see that, you know, we're gonna get owned a little bit, but, you know, look at me. I just went down, but I shot my first missile, and it was able to get us almost halfway. My other buddy shot his missile. We're getting there. You know, we're taking cover. You know, we're going down quite a bit, but that is only because, you know, we got this hack. And again, guys, the hack objective is literally the toughest objective in the entire Platinum universe difficulty. Why? Because you got to hang out at one spot. You know, you don't know where you're gonna be, and it lasts for a specific amount of time. You know, it's not like the It's not like the individual devices that you can go to them one at a time. It's not like the targets eliminated where you can you take out all the 4 targets so fast and and you're done. But we got this hack objective. I put my pylon down, making sure that it feeds us ammo, that it's healing our shields, and look, and it's just so tough. But guess what? Look at my missile count. Look at my metagel count. We're actually making sure we're calling it out. Even though as we're going down, we're calling out the missiles, and check this out. It is done. And look what we did. You can't see it, but my other buddies, we all said it. Okay, let's go. And I kind of looked back just so you guys can see what I'm talking about. We did not stay there. You see what we did? We make sure we got out on the line of sight. We left. We said, no, once again, we are stronger as a unit, stronger as a team. So we left all those enemies back there. We said, you know what, screw you. We're not going to deal with you. I mean, forget you. You guys, you guys are big and bad. So we're just going to get back here. And guess what? Look at this. Now we're taking them all out like nothing. They can't handle us as a unit. They can't handle us as a team, and we're having a good time. You guys can't hear it, but the other 2 guys that I picked up, they're totally new. I just met them. They jumped into my chat room. As you guys know, I leave my my Xbox Live chat open. You can jump in if we have space. I'll drop you in. So these guys totally, they just saw my video. They said, "Hey, let's chat with this guy," and they jumped on. And next thing you know, we played. They wanted to defeat Platinum, so I said, okay, well, let's defeat Platinum. So I took them to Reactor. We did Reactor, defeated Platinum. They could not believe how simple and easy it was for us as a team to do it together. It was a little tough, but they were like, wow, this feels like a gold or easy silver. I said, well, as a team, we work together as a team, and we're more effective. And then we took them to defeat Hydra. We defeated it, and they were just so damn excited. And I said, well, you guys want to try out Condor? This is on my list of maps that I want to defeat on Platinum. And, I have this, basic tactic and strategy. Let's just work it out, And they were so excited. We came on, and we talked about the tactic and strategy, and we did it. So now, guys, check this out. The Banshees are coming out now. As you guys know, if you see my videos before, my job is shield stripping. Once her barriers are down, look how easy she comes down. In this situation, definitely, I really recommend that decoy. It just, as you see, it helps out so much. The Banshee will ignore it once in a while. I'll just come up to it, kind of give it a kiss and slap it, and then just move forward. But hey, it is what it is. Once she gets in, I'm gonna strip shields. My other buddy, you'll see that he'll cast his homing grenades once he sees it's necessary. But once we strip shields, we all focus fire and we take her down. She's the most important boss enemy that we need to take out. I mean, the primes are tough, don't get me wrong, but they move slow. They don't have an insta kill. They're not running into the middle of us. They're not warping in. So we're able to take them out pretty easily. So when we know that we get Banshees, we work them out as quickly as possible. So you see, guys, here we go. Now the Banshees are coming in. We already took out a few, and it's going to get a little tough. We're going to get to the point that there are 2 Banshees coming in. I'm forgetting which wave it is. I really don't remember right now. I think it might be wave 8, wave 9. I'm not exactly sure. But right now we're getting 1 Banshee at a time. And as you can see, she'll come up to you. She'll try to get us out of cover. But since we're working as a unit, look how fast. And that's all of us shooting at. If you look at my left, my other buddies are we're working as a SWAT team. We're not gung hoing, going leaving each other alone. We're all focused fire like a badass super SWAT unit, and just taking her down, saying, hey, we are badass N7 characters, and guess what? We're gonna take you down. You can't deal with this. So again, as a team, as a unit, we're more efficient, and we're making sure we're calling out our ammo. And here we go. Look how easy, guys. Look, 1 choke point. Now stripping shields, stripping shields, stripping shields, stripping shields, and just a focus fire. Yes, you'll get some stragglers on the right, and you see the homing grenades. There you go. My buddy said, oh, her barriers are down. Homing grenades. I already stripped her shields. He did his job. So we have, we're making sure that we're managing this correctly, and we're working as a team. I got my job. He's got his job. You also notice something I'm forgetting to tell you here, guys. I'm trying to remember. I think I'm trying to remember when the 2 Banshees come in. So don't be afraid to use a missile, but I definitely recommend to try not to use a missile and just take out the Banshees together. Like, even though there are 2 of them, don't be afraid. If they really overwhelm you, or if they're about to take out one of your buddies, immediately missile. You do not want anybody out of the match. And when that happens, by the way, if one of your buddies gets out in this map and in this strategy, the pylons should still be up, so they'll still give you ammo. Just kind of tighten up. Go to this left area and make sure that you tighten up and you work together. Now, one thing I will say, so far, we've gotten escort objective here. That worked out nicely. We in the previous attempt that we did, that was working out so well until my buddy lagged. Even when he lagged out, we actually made it to wave 10. We got the platinum money. We just decided not to extract, only because we wanted to really get the second video going, and my buddy TMC was able to get back on. So we were like, well, let's get him going. Let's just start the video, just for the sake of time. But you will get the individual hack devices that you gotta activate one device at a time. We got that, and that's where the infiltrator comes along, because we all stay back here. We say, infiltrator is your job, and if I'm almost tempted to cut that part of that video just to bring you how to do that. What we did is, he went to the first two devices, and the third one he was getting overrun, and what we did is we went over close to him. We made sure that we shot one missile to the spawn point. We put on our pylons, and we put the decoy out to make sure that we distracted anything that was near him. Alright, and that worked out really nicely. We did the individual hack devices, the 4 devices that you have to enable, and that worked out kind of nice. As you're noticing here, guys, we're bringing in the batches. Even when she gets in, again, focus fire. We're a team. This is a team game. Sometimes I have to repeat it over and over, because sometimes, I don't know, sometimes people forget. And I get it. The guys, I come from playing Halo Reach, Halo 1, Halo 2, Halo 3. I'm looking forward to Halo 4, but I got to tell you, unless you play the team-based strategies, most people, coming from that mindset are, every man for themselves, just trying to get as many headshots, trying to get as many kills as possible. This is not about that. Listen, I could care less if I end up on the bottom of the roster. I really could care less. What I care about is making sure that my team has my full support, that we're able to complete, that we're able to extract, and we're doing that. And you're going to see that here. You're always going to see that here. We're employing team tactics and strategies that'll help you work better together. And guess what? Everybody here is having a good time. You can't hear the commentary because, sometimes I don't know. I've been told that, hey, put the commentary, but I'm just like, put their commentary, but it's just, sometimes they're like, oh my god, I got these 2 new guys. We're just playing for the first time, and we're just, shooting what is called shooting the shit. We're just talking just a whole bunch of stuff, and we're, sometimes we're like screaming and yelling, like, oh my god, a Banshee's coming, she's at me, so, that's kind of fun to hear, but at the same time, it's like, it is what it is, I'll think it through to see if maybe I'll put a video out there that you can hear us kind of crying and yelling, and you hear the tears coming out. So, but anyways, look at this, wave 9. I mean, this is just going so smoothly. I mean, yeah, we had, the hack was tough. Guys, the hack is going to be tough. But again, even missiles all around. I got my missile, you got yours. And at the same time, you put the decoy out there. My buddy was trying to put the decoy. It was just so tough. You put the decoy to try to, deviate them from the hack, and at the same time, or another strategy that you can take, another tactic that you can take is have 2 people in the device, or 3, and have 1 or 2 outside of the device, just deviating the enemies, just bringing them over to you. So you could definitely employ that. I did not employ that tactic here, but if you want to try it out and maybe post a video response, maybe you try it out and say, hey, Invader 1, check it out. We tried it out and look how nicely it worked, and post a video response to this one. That would be excellent. I would love that. We're starting to get quite a few fans, and we're coming out with a few more videos, and we're going to come out with even faster tactics and strategies. How to do these maps, and so far this is great. This is the way to do it, guys. Look how easy. This is. I mean, yeah, it's not super easy. Some people say, hey, it's a little campy. But let me tell you something. This is the most intelligent way for you to get with your buddies and go right ahead and defeat it. And guess what? Once you defeat it, it's like when you go back to gold or go back to any other. You're like, wow, it's so much easier now. And it's just so much fun. You guys don't understand. Right now, if you could hear us talking, the other 2 buddies of mine, they were so excited because I helped them defeat Platinum 3 times. and they just met me literally online, and they were just so damn excited. They just couldn't even believe it, and it was so much fun because once you see mission successful on a platinum run, hey, that's great. And this is, it's not farming. You're not on Glacier. You're not on Firebase White. And, hey, those are tough too. Those are tough too. That's not, extremely easy. But, we are, I'm making sure, hey, guys, we're going to do it on every map. We're going to use intelligent team-based tactics on every map. So again, check this out. Now it's going to start getting a little hectic. We've had situations with two Banshees come in, and this situation they kind of split up. By the way, you guys see you see these steps over here? They're great because when the Banshee comes in, she shoots her warp ball. You see what we're doing? We're shooting and ducking, and you see how all three of us backed out at the same time. As a team, we did that. We backed out. We said, okay, like that we won't get sniped from the top. We got to focus on the Banshee. We went to the lower level and we took cover there, and we made sure that we were able to take out the Banshee. And when she warped, shot her warp ball at us, we were able to take cover immediately and then get back into the action, making sure that we were strong as a unit. So if you see, we're working so tightly as a team here. Again, shield stripping. They're just gonna call me a shield stripper. Sorry to say. Hey, you can make fun of me of that. Hey, whatever. It is what it is. But I'm being the shield stripper right now, and just stripping shields and then going into armor. I will say this, guys. Warp rounds. If you don't understand the ammo. Guys, warp rounds are excellent. They increase your weapon damage. So let's say if you have a gun, like for example, have the Typhoon, or you bring the Saber, or you bring the Widow, you bring those really, really, really powerful guns, or you bring the Piranha, you bring any of the heavy shotguns like the Wraith, the Geth Plasma Shotgun. You add warp rounds. The higher the warp rounds, they increase your weapon damage. So your weapon damage is already high, it increases it. Also, warp rounds also increase damage to lifted targets. That's in addition. But anyways, just want to put it out there. That's why you see me using warp rounds instead of disruptor here, because I said, nah, I'm gonna snipe all the little guys, but then when we get the Banshees or the big dogs, I want to make sure that my Typhoon has the most punch to it. So I brought my warp rounds to make sure that we defeat it. Check this out. We got targets eliminated now. What we did here is we're not waiting for them. By the way, we had one of our buddies went up, and we stood back. He went up, and he's going to shoot the first target. He took it out of the way, so we are employing missiles. But what we're doing is, because we know this is not like gold. In gold, you could just literally camp out, not a big deal. But in here, believe it or not, if you camp out, you're going to get overrun. So what we're doing is each one of us are using a missile. We're waiting for them to get a little close. See, my buddy already took one out. And now what we're doing, we're still covering each other. We're making sure that we're still taking out the enemies. Look, there's a Banshee in here, and she's not the target. And we're having an issue here because we still got a target to take out. We got two Banshees. Look at this. But at the same time, now it's my turn. I said, okay, the target's close. My missile. Now we took out that target, so now we have 2 of the 4 targets. And I had to use another missile just to get those 2 Banshees out of the way. I said, hey guys, I'm fine. I still got another missile left. But by the way, everybody else has missiles. So we're making sure we're calling out the missiles. So now check this out: 2 targets. You do not want to wait for the target to get totally right into you, because you're gonna get Banshees coming at you. You're gonna get Hunters. You're gonna get overrun. So you do want to take out the targets as quickly as possible, but not like in gold. In gold, you just run out really quickly and take them out. But what happens is everybody spawns. You got Banshees. You got Hunters. You got so much coming at you that it's just really tough to do that. And then you leave your team stranded. You know what I mean? So what you want to do is definitely take out your first target, come back, get back together with your team. Wait till the second target is like at least mid-range, everybody's defending each other, and then we go take that target out. Like this, we're covering each other, we got our pylons, we got our ammo, and look, the third target is there. I actually called it out only because my other buddies, we were reviving each other. So I actually used 2 missiles, so now I have 0 missiles, but I know that my buddies over here have missiles. So we're okay. Now, we're making sure, I'm still stripping shields, I'm still doing my job, nothing changes in that aspect. But guess what? Now the target, it's a little far off, my other buddy was just like, you got the missile ready. We waited a little bit till, till the target got a little closer. So like that, nobody's getting picked up by the Banshee, nobody's getting really hurt bad. We're still working together as a unit. But now that the target is getting closer and closer and closer, we're going to have somebody go and take it out. Now, As you can see, this got a little tight. This got a little tight. It was a little tough, but we were able to make it work. Still, it wasn't as easy as cake. But you saw that the fourth target got taken out. That was my buddy. I'm sorry I didn't get to film it, but well, I was helping my other buddy out here. He went out and he took the target out. He saw that the target was mid range. You definitely don't want to go out there when the target is all the way on the other side of the map, because then you get the hunters coming at you, and you get the banshees, and you get everything. So now what we're doing, we're all focusing fire. I strip shields. My other buddy is using his homing grenades. We're all shooting together. We still got a decoy out there keeping the other enemies at bay, and as a unit, we're just taking this down, and this wave is just going really nicely. We're helping each other. We're covering each other. We're making sure that we're communicating. We're not just wasting Menagels. We're saying, hey, I'm gonna go down. I got hit by a warp. I'm gonna go down. It's like, okay, not a problem. And when we needed to gel, you need to gel. By the way, when you're doing the divide, let's say you're doing the objectives, you have to gel. I mean, yeah, if your teammate is right next to you, you call it out. Can I get it? And there's nobody shooting. There's no big boss enemy there. Go right ahead and get him up. But if you're there, you're taking the escort, you're taking the escort up, and you want to do the device, you have to make sure that you at least use no more than one gel, but you use a gel to at least get it going. The objectives are the most important part. Guys, check this out. We decided to do this video on the toughest weekend to do it. Why? And this is why it gets a little tough. We got a penalty this weekend because we didn't finish the last weekend's operation. So this extraction is not 2 minutes. This session is 2 minutes and 30 seconds. So to show you how awesome this is, how badass we can be as a team, as a unit, how intelligent team-based tactics work, we did it on this weekend, and extraction is 2 minutes and 30 seconds. You guys know, in 30 seconds, so much hell can just go loose on you. So much can go down. And we said, no, we're going to do it. We did Condor, and, this is tough. We know the ammo is scarce. I mean, if you look at my, you see even my ammo packs, I've used them because I needed to use them. That's how bad it is. Even with the pylons, I was still, using ammo packs because I wanted to make sure I had, grenades galore to strip shields and to cover us. So check this out, guys. We're doing it, and a minute. This is getting crazy. Extraction is just out of control. But guess what? At this point in time, we made sure that we had at least one missile left. And why do you want one missile? Why? Because when we extract, we're gonna go. Extraction is always towards the right, so we need at least one missile to clean out the area that's right before extraction. Now, we kind of failed on this one a little bit. Not because we didn't have the missile. We had it. But as you will see it, look, it's 46 seconds. It's almost close to extraction. We don't want to go so early. We want it to go like in 20 seconds, really 15 to 20 seconds. And our tactic here is to make sure we have at least one missile between all of us, and that person who has the missile is going to clean out the path in front of us to make sure that we have a way to go. And check this out. We were talking about, we're saying, okay, 22 seconds, we're getting ready. All right, shoot the missile now, shoot the missile now, shoot the missile now. Shoot it, shoot it, shoot it, shoot it. And our buddy on the right, look, he shoots the missile, and guess what? We got one prime, but we missed all these targets. So that was a mistake on our part. But look, we were still able to get up. I used my Menagel because we know. Look, 3, 2, 1, and we made it. Now we got a partial extraction, but in all honesty, we could have made it. It's just that would we, for whatever reason, when we shot the missile, it did not hit all the targets. It just hit that prime. You got to make sure you hit the missile right in the center of the entire group, and it was fine. It was fine. We did okay, and we got a partial. It could have been a full. If you see right here, everybody got in. I was the only one that was literally 1 second. It was right there. We could have gotten full extraction, but still, guys, as you can see, we took the toughest weekend. We got an additional 30 seconds. If it would have been just 2 minutes, it would have been fine. But check this out. Look how beautiful it is. 3 teammates extracted. We helped towards the weekend, a community goal. We still made it. We did a great platinum run on Condor. We had a lot of freaking fun. And guys, this is just another video gameplay on how to use intelligent team-based tactics and teamwork to defeat platinum difficulty on Firebase. Well, not Fire.